Hey guys, what is going on? This is Travis P11. I want to welcome you back to the channel, and today we are taking a Makarov pistol to the range. What we have here is a Russian manufacturer Baikal commercial grade 9x18 Makarov pistol, single action, double action, and we're just going to do just a basic kind of break-in test for me. It's the first time I will have ever been shooting this pistol, and ammunition for this test, we have two different grades we're going to run. We've got some 95 grain cellular and below. Okay, 9x18 Makarov. Not really sure about the ballistics of this velocity-wise, but we're going to test and see how accurate it is and make sure it cycles through the pistol. For daily carry and for defensive uses, we'll be using critical defense, but I don't have that. It hasn't shown up in the mail yet. We're also going to take out some Red Army Standard 93 grain brass case, Polish manufacturer ammunition, and just see if there's any difference between the two. So we'll just do one full magazine of the cellular and below and one full magazine of the Red Army Standard ammo at 7 yards. We're just going to measure the entire group, just kind of see if we notice any trends in the way that the pistol shoots. Do I pull it to the left? Do I pull it to the right? And I'll try to have the sights adjusted before we actually start filming. I'm going to try to get it all dialed in ahead of time, and that way I can kind of give you some information about the shooting experience. Is it unpleasant? Does it flip in your hand? Does it have any kind of odd recoil? Anything about it that you should know if you're interested in picking up one of these pistols. Now the third target we're going to shoot at is going to be all double action trigger pull. So I will be dropping the hammer and then taking the safety off, obviously, every single time to shoot the gun. So there's going to be a heavier trigger pull. I'm obviously expecting the group to widen up quite a bit. If I was to daily carry this, it would probably be with the hammer down and the safety on, and then I can flick the safety off and then have a full double action trigger pull. Nothing wrong with keeping it basically cocked and locked like a 1911, but that's just me. So anyway, let's go ahead and hit the range and see how well this pistol performs. So this is part one in a two-part series, and the second part, the second video that we're going to make on this pistol, we will be making some changes to the gun. We're going to swap out the grip, the recoil spring, and all that fun stuff, and see if it improves the handling, the feel, the accuracy, and so on. So let's go hit the range. Okay, so let's just go ahead and take a look at our target here. First group, 95 grain, cellular and below, 4.25 inches. Still trying to learn the trigger. I really do think that I finally figured it out. It's interesting. There's a little bit of take up, and then you have a wall, and then it breaks. So it's got some dead trigger, take up, and then a wall, and then a break. It's an interesting trigger. It's actually very comfortable to shoot. The gun was pretty snappy in my hands, and it did start to sting after about, once I got closer to finishing out the 100 rounds that I shot today. I really started to feel it. Now let's go ahead and shift on over to the 93 grain Red Army Standard ammo, and that was actually a 2.5 inch group. That is a very light shooting load, the 93 grain. I recommend that maybe as the round to get used to the pistol on. Now I do have some critical defense coming, so we will have to bring it back out and do this test all over again, but this is just 7 yards, 21 feet. Now I decided just to go ahead at the last second and do 2 additional targets. Okay, so this was another 4.75 inch group with the 95 grain cellular and below. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, got to make a little excuse here. My iPro was starting to fog up, so I had to keep stopping and repositioning my head so I could actually see through the sights. And so we'll try not to let that happen next time. And then we have another group with the RAS, which some of the rounds weren't even on the target, so I didn't even measure it. But I mean, I am hitting, a 4 or 5 inch group. That's okay. It's acceptable for starters. Now, the funny part was the double action trigger pull. So anyway, 2.5 inch group, double action. And that was shooting, I got to think here. I believe that was the cellular and below. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Now, just off camera, I did one more target after I made some elevation adjustments, and I did pull off a 3 inch group with the rest of the RAS. So we're going to come out here with the new grip installed, the new recoil spring, some critical defense, and see if we can't pull off better shots. I think I finally do understand where the shots are. Remember, these are the first shots I've ever taken with this gun. I've never fired one before, so I have no experience with them. So we did a total of 100 rounds today. All right, so let's go ahead and bring it back for some final thoughts. And we are back from the range. So obviously I was hoping I would have shot this just a little bit better, and I can see that I definitely need a little more practice with it. I got a couple boxes of that critical defense ammo coming, and so what we're going to do is we will be removing the grip and replacing it with a Fab Defense grip and then also a Wolf spring. As soon as that shows up, we'll take it back out, we'll put a little more of that S&B ammo through it, and also test it with some critical defense. Now we did have one failure to feed out of 100 rounds, and I thought that was decent. That was not bad, especially for a single stack firearm, so I can't really complain about that. I'm not sure what happened. It was like mid-mag. I do have one magazine that's a little bit finicky. I noticed that it's a little bit tight going into the magazine well, so I actually quit using that magazine, I think after the first run, and then we just switched over to the current magazine that's in it. Obviously, we are unloaded. But yeah, the Baikal Makarov, these things are really... they do sting a little bit, but you can get used to it, and by the end of the 100 rounds, I felt pretty comfortable with it. I do like the adjustability in the sights, and but at the very end there, I finally got them exactly where they needed to be. Not so much for windage. For options, it seems like it kind of moves a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right, but it doesn't really seem to lock into place. So there's a possibility I might be swapping this out for that one-piece sight setup that I saw earlier that I advertised in the, well, not advertised, but talked about in the Makarov upgrades video that I did. And so we'll be doing a part 2 to this video. We'll take it back out after we get those modifications done to it, and we'll see how it shoots. But I mean, otherwise it's really not bad. I mean, I felt the balance to be very comfortable. The recoil was manageable, aside from just a little bit of sting coming through that back strap there. And we'll see if we can mitigate some of that recoil and just some of that shock when you shoot it through using that Fab Defense grip. So we're gonna get this apart, get it all cleaned up, and that's pretty much it. So I want to thank everybody for joining us today with this little Baikal Makarov test. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and it does shoot decent for what it is, and I think I can definitely improve as time goes on. The fact that I can hit some bullseyes with it tells me that there is still hope. So anyway, I want to thank you all for watching today. Guys, check me out on YouTube, Gunstreamer, guntube.org. We're also over there on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And that's pretty much it. Make sure you check out Caliber Corner, which is the little firearms podcast that we do Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Central Time over on my YouTube channel, Travis P11. But that's it. So in the meantime, I want you guys to have fun. I want you to be safe. Get out to the range and do some shooting this week. And as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care and have a good one. Okay, bye-bye.